We're talking about something very serious today. Throughout the video, you're going to see my shirt changes. It's not some kind of like crazy, wacky, magic trick from America's Got Talent or anything. I actually filmed this video earlier this morning when the story first broke. It's the killing of Alex Preddy in Minnesota at the hands of border agents. And I made the video, but I was pretty heated and I wanted to kind of simmer down and take a break, so I went out before posting it. I just got home, and now even more angles and videos have been released that show beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is a 100% unjustified killing of an American citizen here.
Is that right?
And it seems like the execution stems from them finding out that he had a gun on his person. His Second Amendment rights. In all of the videos that exist, there is not a single moment where he is reaching for the gun, brandishing it, threatening with it, or anything at all, and we have video that shows the entire interaction from start to finish.
Is that
His
right?
name was Alex Preddy, a 37-year-old nurse who worked in the ICU at Minneapolis VA healthcare system, and according to the police chief, he is a U.S. citizen with no prior interactions with law enforcement outside of a couple of traffic tickets, and believed to be a lawful gun owner with a permit to carry.
So what was he out here doing?
For him to lose his life being shot multiple times by these agents, all because of him exercising his Second Amendment rights, which again, he wasn't trying to use as an intimidation tactic on the officers or anything like that. When they were beating him on the ground, pistol whipping him on the ground, they happened to see that he had a gun, apparently. He wasn't throwing it at them as like a threat or something, or brandishing it or anything. He simply had it on him, which he was well within his right to do, and he got murdered for it. This is completely unacceptable, and the fucking drones that are somehow like parading around like this is some kind of victory or something is sickening. It should be viewed as treasonous by any real Americans when you see this footage. And they had the gall to say that Alex Preddy was like the instigator, labeling him a domestic terrorist I saw from a couple of places, claiming that he approached these agents with a 9mm. He approached them with a gun looking to start shit. But that is not true. In all of the videos you see, he has a phone in his hands. Not a gun in his hands, he has a phone in his hands. No sane person would ever mistake a phone for a gun. This is blatantly obvious what they're trying to do. And it's something they've been doing a lot recently. Trying to tell you that what you're seeing isn't real. Trust their words, not your eyes. That is completely fucking outrageous, and people are willingly doing it. That's the craziest part. There are people that are like, oh, I saw he had his phone, but if they say it was a gun, well, that must have been a gun. I cannot believe we've reached this level of brainwashing. There are so many angles of this, and in every single one of them, you can see he has his phone in his hand, and at no point during this interaction did he ever, pull a gun on them or anything. And in fact,
he actually probably should have pulled his gun on him.
One of the angles, you can even clearly see that the agents actually took the gun from him prior to him being shot. You can actually see what looks to be one of the agents disarming him, taking the gun out of its holster and running away with the gun prior to him being shot.
Wow. So did he die? Did he survive? He's getting jumped. What was he out there doing? Protesting or something? Is that the gun right there that just flew out? No, okay. Wow. And who was this guy with the jacket on? So officers, who is this guy? Officers are allowed to wear jackets over their vest that covers up their vest that shows that they are law enforcement. He doesn't look like he's law enforcement at all. Does he have the guy that's grabbing the gun? He doesn't have a belt on, just like that. Well, I guess this dude right here doesn't either with the vest on, though. He doesn't have no belt like this dude right here. But is he actually law enforcement? No, they said this was border control. They shot him 12 times? They said this was border control, I thought. and get shot. Maybe they didn't know he had took the gun at that point. It did happen real quick, but man, he got that red dot on that
And if that
motherfucker.
wasn't definitive, there is something even more clear that I think is completely irrefutable for anyone that's actually looking. An agent takes Alex's gun out of its holster
So that's age.
in front of the agent that pulls out his gun and shoots him. So he can.
Let's go back. Let's go back.
I
Let's go
think-
back. Let's go back. The place he pulled the gun out of, is people that's kind of like towards his head. I ain't trying to sit here and defend it, but like, I can only assume that they didn't necessarily know he had the gun and took off with it that fast. Cause the shot happened instantly after he took the gun and went off. Regardless, this is just crazy, bro. And it's niggas out here claiming they the Black Panthers finna go in defense of these niggas. Yeah, good luck, buddy. You finna end up just like this. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
And if that wasn't definitive,
So apparently they shot him 12 times.
there is something even more clear that I think is completely irrefutable for anyone that's actually looking. An agent takes Alex's gun out of its holster in front of the agent that pulls out his gun and shoots him.
Somebody seen
So
him
he
take
can
it.
see the gun has been taken out of the holster, and it is clear Alex Brady has both hands on the ground. He does not have a gun in them. And an agent reaches in and takes it out of the holster right before another agent pulls out his firearm and shoots him in the back.
In the back. Which is not self-defense. Seemed like AI. Wasn't moving like that.
Just in case you somehow
That's fucking murder.
somehow missed it, look, the agent in gray has his hand on Alex's weapon, which is still holding.
Hold on, let me see. Let me back up. Trying to see where his arms are. So from this shot right here, I can't even tell if there's a gun on his hip or not, actually. But I can definitely tell that his hands is not back. His right arm is not back trying to grab that gun at that point in time. As this officer already has his gun out. Because his hand was there. Okay, that's probably why. Yeah, whole time his hand is there and he's grabbing it. Just grabbed
Just in
it.
case you somehow missed it, look, the agent in gray has his hand on Alex's weapon, which is still holstered. It was never unholstered. This agent takes it out of its holster before he runs away with it, and the officer right next to him is the one that pulls out his gun
Wow.
and shoots him.
Wow. One that's not even fighting at all.
And now I want to show you the clearest video that shows everything that happened here and how it doesn't go how the authorities are saying that it did.
Oh, what are they saying how it went?
That was Alex Preddy you saw walk by the camera right there.
Hold on. Okay, so that's him.
That was Alex Preddy you saw walk by the camera right there. He has his phone in his hand, and then with his other hand, his open hand, no gun in it, is waving cars through. There is clearly no brandishing of a firearm here. He is not approaching agents with a gun or anything like that, and you will never see anything even remotely close to that happen.
Go.
So that's ICE. So they came. Whole time he has his phone in his hand. He's waving cars. Hand ain't on his gun. ICE comes up to him as this video turns to the side, and ICE officer is walking up to him.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Still has his phone in his hand. Other hand was empty. Hand in. He's getting pepper
You can
sprayed.
again see Alex Pretty has his phone in his hand, and now he's trying to get some of the civilians away from these fucking worms that are now starting to push them. And then one of them got pepper sprayed, and then he got pepper sprayed as well. And when he gets pepper sprayed, you can see his hand shoots in the air like a student about to try and ask the teacher a question. It is a
With
wide
the-
open
with the
phone.
other
There's
phone
no
in his
weapon
hand.
in that hand, and in his other hand is still the phone.
Right,
There
right,
is
right.
no gun anywhere here. And now this is when he starts getting beaten by the multiple officers there.
And who was
People!
this other person?
This is when he starts getting beaten by the multiple officers there.
Is he like fighting her, or what the fuck he doing?
The fuck, people! The fuck is
And now they jumping him. What was out? Was he fighting her, or was that a dude? What the hell? Or cause he's got pushed down. Alex right there.
What the fuck?
Phone turn. Why are you turning your phone? Got his arm around this person. That must be another person that he had his arm around. Gets pushed down by ICE
What the fuck
or whoever.
is with you?
It's a straight shove.
In this
He's
section,
getting
you can
pepper sprayed. And then what was he trying to do? Pick her up right there?
again see Alex Pretty got pepper when
Why is he like trying to drag? Why is he doing all that though? So it's a woman. Why is he like trying to yank the woman like that? What is he doing?
The fuck, people! The fuck is wrong with you?
And then they jump on him.
I'm gonna stop
Wow.
the video right here because this is when Alex Pretty gets
Wow. So they
shot to death. This fucking subhuman coward, you can see, pulls out his firearm and shoots him in the back, and then shoots him multiple times after as Alex Pretty lies on the ground. You can hear one of the agents says gun, and that's when this brain-dead troglodyte pulls out his firearm and starts shooting into Alex while he was still surrounded by his boys, mind you. This is like the antithesis to all training that agents go through, by the way, to shoot into a suspect while still being surrounded by authorities. You're going to get your own people shot too, by the way, you fucking moron, you unbelievable homunculus. So he immediately starts dumping into Alex because someone said gun. But the gun, from the other angles we can see, had already been taken away from Alex, out of his holster. You can see one of the other agents running away with it. But again, he was never brandishing this firearm. And as an American citizen with Second Amendment rights and a lawful gun owner by all available information, he was allowed to have that gun on his person. It is not grounds to execute a man because you fucking freaked out and panicked because the guy you were beating and pistol whipping with fucking 5 of your friends happened to be armed. He wasn't using it to try and like shoot anyone here or threaten them. They saw the gun.
Whenever that officer walked up on that woman and pushed her down like that, bro, at that moment in time, and as he's literally about to get jumped by officers, that he has the right to sit there and protest. He has the right to carry his gun on his hip. He had every right to pull his gun out and shoot them motherfuckers. He had every right to do that. He had every right to, at that point in time, pull his gun out and defend himself, bro. What they say, he was getting arrested or something? You're under arrest for What is even going on in the situation? They still protesting out there. Okay, I get that. So if you're gonna arrest one person for protesting, you gotta arrest everybody, and you can't do that. At that point in time, he had every right to pull his gun out and shoot them lawfully. This is the problem with this shit, bro. Like you won't catch me out there protesting, bro, with a gun on my hip, even though it's an open carry state of the great state of Oklahoma, constitutional carry state. You won't see me do it because it opens. People need to stay their ass home, my nigga, cause this is what's gonna fucking happen, my nigga. Is it right? No, it's not right. But this is what's gonna happen, bro. Straight up. That shit is crazy, bro.
Beating and pistol whipping with fucking 5 of your friends happened to be armed. He wasn't using it to try and like shoot anyone here or threaten them. They saw the gun and then this guy just freaked out and murdered him. Shot him.
So he's dead because of this. Wow. The officer ran up and pushed that woman down, didn't try to put him in handcuffs. If they was getting arrested, why would you walk up on him and push him down? Like, what the hell type of, that's not in your training. You don't do that. Not to a person that's walking away, backing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then apparently he was trying to help her up there. You know what I'm saying?
Multiple times.
At that point in time, he should have pulled his gun out, bro, and shot them. And got away with it. He would have ended up dead regardless, because they was going to kill him if he done that for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, though. It's crazy. So anybody that has a gun, and they're wrestling them to get him down, just shoot him. Because he has a gun. You know what I'm saying?
This is indefensible. Completely indefensible. And the fact that...
Right. And everybody was talking about the woman was really trying to kill that man with his car. With her car. Renee Good was really trying to run him over. That shit is crazy.
Took him to the ground in the first place and started beating him, with one guy pistol whipping him, by the way. In other angles, you can see a guy just like pistol whipping him like he's trying to hammer a nail in with his gun. Like, it should have never even been acceptable for that to happen. All Alex
So he was at the bus stop going to work?
What he was doing was filming, and then when some civilians started getting pushed, he tried to help. And when one got pepper sprayed, he tried to help. From all available angles and evidence and videos here, it seems to be that's all he was doing. He even made an effort to try and show that he's not like a threat or something. Like, he threw his arm in the air, wide open, nothing in his hand or anything. He wasn't fighting back against the officers. He got taken to the ground and then immediately started getting beaten. Like, all because he was fucking filming and trying to help other people around there, it seems. This is so fucking sickening. And the freaks that are cheering this on and parading around like this is something to be celebrated are just scum. You're not even American. You're a fucking drone if you actually think this is a good thing. All you care about is just like sucking wiener from the authorities now all of a sudden. You care more about just being on a team than you do thinking for yourself. It's fucking tragic. It is embarrassing. This is crazy now that I'm seeing people justify this guy's murder because he had a weapon. Wake the fuck up. This is America. You can carry weapons. I sometimes carry a gun in public. I have friends who every day carry. It is your right as an American to carry a firearm if you so choose.
He should have shot them. Ain't no he should have been able. That's what I keep wanting to say. Nigga, he should have killed they ass. At least one of them. In defense of himself, Shorty got pushed down, and then they come up with pepper spray and jumping him. At that point in time, he should have shot somebody. And apparently, he was waiting at the bus stop and started recording.
choose. That is not grounds for a murder. And based on all of the video footage, all of the available evidence, this guy was not brandishing it or anything like that. Thus, he wasn't threatening anyone or about to shoot someone with it, so they had to kill him to stop him. That doesn't seem to be the case. They're now just using the fact that he had a gun as a justification to kill him. That should be extremely alarming to anyone who cares about 2A. Like, again, him having it should not be an issue. And any real, actual American, like a real patriot, should be arguing for his right to carry, because it is something that we have the right to do, and that should not be a justification for this man being killed by these agents. This point that they're trying to beat into the empty minds of a lot of people that are trying so hard to justify it is that the only people being arrested and targeted by ICE are rapists and pedophile illegal aliens, which is just not the case. There definitely have been rapists and pedophiles that have been snatched up in all of this, and those rapists and pedophiles that have been caught and taken away, that's good. They shouldn't be out there breathing the free air. Great. But that's not all that's happening here. You could also right now march into the White House and arrest everyone in the White House, and you would get a ton of rapists and pedophiles. Why isn't that happening? If the goal is getting rapists and pedophiles off of American soil, thrown in the slammer, taking them away from society, why is it only just walking through the fucking streets of Minnesota trying to do it?
Bro, because we live in a matrix, bro. Trump ass should have been in jail, nigga. Oh my god, it's a matrix, dog. Matrix.
Why is it only just walking through the fucking streets of Minnesota trying to do it? You would get significantly more rapists and pedophiles if you took ICE and brought them to the White House. An administration is actively covering up a massive child sex trafficking operation and letting tons of evil people get away with this, tons of clients. So if the goal is to get this kind of evil out of this country, why would you not start with what is provably a spot that has so many of them? Also, that belief of like a secret pedophile ring was a very popular one among Trump voters for the longest time, and now that it has been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt to be real, legitimate reality, they are now just ignoring it. They have been proven correct that there was a huge pedophile ring of these powerful politicians, but because some of their favorite politicians are potentially wrapped up in it, they just want to drop it and forget about it. Absolutely unhinged, by the way. It's crazy.
Well, at the end of the day, bro, police, they all work for the same people, which is the government, which is the president, in a sense, the government. Local police check to their higher power. It's always a higher power. It's always a higher power, bro. They can't just the regular police can't just walk up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And arrest them. Oh, we got this evidence, that evidence. They can't do that. They can't do that.
Crazy. So many people for the longest time were adamant against like government.
They need the permission to do that.
Surveillance and Big Brother watching them being a huge concern. Now, plenty of people are welcoming it with open arms and a huge smile on their face. For the longest time, people would be preaching about the importance of the Second Amendment and gun rights. And now, even with this, they're saying, well, he had a gun, which means that's an executable offense. So it seems like they now no longer believe in Americans' right to own guns or carry guns, which was a core component of like the right for a long time, where there was like this big fear about they're coming for our guns. And now the same people that were arguing like to protect that are now arguing against it, saying, well, this guy deserved to die because he had a gun with him.
Well, the clear agenda here is it can't be trying to take gun rights away when they just killed this man who had his gun on him and didn't even use it at all in no way, shape, or form. So the agenda for this one is not gun rights.
It's a fundamental right of Americans to have guns, gun ownership. You can carry them in public too. Like that, you shouldn't be killed for that. And in the footage here, it doesn't seem like he was brandishing it or anything. And also, the same people that only like a year and a half ago were constantly telling you to question the government, that you can't trust anything that comes out of the government, the authorities always lying to you, are now just willingly, blindly, unquestioningly following anything authorities tell them to believe in, and shut out any and all thought and just have the hive mind think for them. It is crazy because it seems like the only actual belief of some of these fucking brainwashed drones is relentless cock gobbling. All they want to do is swallow boots and penis from the government. So if the administration or the news, which they used to hate the news, but now that the news just parrots points from big government that they like to clap their hands at like seals, they now just trust all of it all of a sudden, even though there's been no big change with these mainstream media outlets, by the way, that they used to not trust only a year and a half ago. But now, anytime they hear something from the news or anything that comes from the government, they will just immediately accept without a second thought and then attack anyone else that is saying differently or even just probing them to maybe think a little bit more about the narratives.
Thanks.
Keep in mind, the government themselves are currently not even complying with their own laws that Trump has signed, like the Epstein Transparency Act, where the DOJ is still putting up a fight and are over a month late to compliance with releasing the Epstein files. They are still fighting tooth and nail to not release them, and even recently, only a week ago, outright said maybe there's no court that can force them to order this. They didn't even say maybe. I gave them a very charitable thing right there. They actually said courts can't force them to do this, and that if they don't comply, there's nothing anyone can do. They can't be sued. If the DOJ doesn't comply, go fuck yourself, pussy. That's basically their sentiment. They are not complying with their own fucking laws, and yet people are still willing to overlook that in order to just keep, like, playing for the same team. It's like it's a competition.
Bro, it's not even that. You know how many people actually do care, but at the end of the day, bro, it's all up. That's why I say we live in a matrix. It's nothing we the people can do on a scale to that degree, bro. It's nothing we can do. Oh yeah, we think Trump is crooked. We think half the politicians need to go to jail. It ain't nothing we can do about that. Nothing. It's all in their hands. This is their fucking country. This is their world, bro. Like,
To see who can think the least and who can regurgitate enough from the hive mind to be like the biggest super fan of their side. It's fucking despicable. It's actually crazy. This is real sheep.
it just think about it, bro. There is no update on how the hell Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk, bro. And this is now our problems. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that this is actually an even bigger problem than that. But I'm just saying to say, bro, that this y'all don't see the matrix that we live in, my nigga. Y'all nigga, people really gotta wake up and see this shit for what it is, bro. You don't think they know how that nigga did it? Why are they not even pressing the issue? The mainstream media ain't pressing the issue on that. Now this is mainstream now. Boy, you can't make this shit up, man.
Behavior. I know a lot of these people like to say sheep.
And that's why you not gonna see me nowhere protesting, nigga. I'ma stay inside my shit. You come banging on my door. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't did nothing to nobody. I got blit, nigga. We going out with a fight. You know what I'm saying? Simple. Just how that man should have went. Shit. Apparently he was gonna die anyways. It's fucked up to say, I guess. But shit, at least he should have pulled his gun out and started shooting at their ass. Shit, that's what he got it for. It don't matter if it's the police. If the police doing you wrong, you just can't shoot them before they shoot you. They gonna shoot you before you can shoot them, and you wasn't even gonna shoot them though. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta be able to normalize shit like that. That shit'll never fly in Mexico. Yeah, Mexico, they don't play, nigga. Yeah, Mexico don't play, nigga. You could bust at the police, nigga. I ain't gonna say you could just bust at them, but when it comes to the cartel and shit, what we be hearing about at least, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas will shoot at the police. They over here trying to come fuck with them. Shit. But see, this the biggest gang in the world, bro. It's nothing we can do to these motherfuckers, bro. And they know that. We can't even go to war because even they have the military. The people in the military are the most brainwashed, the most conditioned people, bro. By design. The whole entire military, the captains, the lieutenants, the motherfucking sergeants, whatever the hell they're called, every branch of the fucking military could feel that this is wrong. But if they get called to go stop people, that's what the fuck they're gonna go do. If they get called to go do martial law, that's what the fuck they're gonna do, bro. Even if they think it's wrong personally. They're fucking puppets, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're puppets, bro. And people are willing to fucking die for the bullshit that these countries do to other countries, bro. That they don't have nothing to do with. The militaries are not the ones that's going and picking battles with niggas. It's the fucking government. And people is willing to go die for this shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Sheep for the longest time, but now they are actually the epitome of that. Here's just a little thought experiment if you can break through the programming for a second. Imagine what's happening in Minnesota was happening under Obama or Biden, where there were masked agents that were constantly surveilling you, and even at times asking for your papers, your documents to prove you're an American citizen, constantly needing to provide your private information to these masked agents. And these agents also had killed 2 American citizens. What do you think your response would be? Would you be like, oh yes, please, everyone needs to comply with this. This is good. This is what I want. This is what I look for in Obama or Biden. This is what I'm happy about. Would you be as excited then as you are now in that scenario? My guess would be probably not, because you would rightfully view this as an infringement on your rights as an American. Your Second Amendment
rights. It's because Trump got that influence, man. That's what it's all about, bro. See, Trump exposed it. It's really he woke me up to it, honestly, because Trump is not a traditional president in a sense. Every president before Trump was kind of like a traditional politician, worked their way up through the leaderboards and this, that, and the third, bro. You never heard of them other than from politics or what. Trump was a fucking billionaire already, bro. And that exposed how this world really operates. It's all about influence and money and power, bro. Trump got the influence, man. You know what I'm saying? And most of the MAGA motherfuckers, they love their gun rights. They love their gun rights. You know what I'm saying? It's all about influence, bro. Control, power.
Then, as you are...
Anybody can be the fucking president. You know this, right? As long as you're of age, you're a natural born U.S. citizen. What's the other qualifying factors? It's basic fucking shit. There's no real standards to be the president, bro. All you gotta do is get enough so-called votes. Right. So-called votes, right. People think their vote matters. Yeah, okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Yo, shouts out to Eric TV, man. Appreciate the love, man.
Sup?
I think this is, ain't the same, bro, that come through every day, bro, with the love, bro. I appreciate that, man. Straight up. People think their vote matters. Yeah, okay, buddy.
So had killed 2 American...
I'll never go sit in line to vote for no fucking president, bro. The hell I look like? A fucking controlled goofy? You know what I'm saying? What I look like, bro? I could think for myself.
Citizens. What do you think your response would be? Would you be like, oh yes, please, everyone needs to comply with this. This is good. This is what I want. This is what I look for in Obama or Biden. This is what...
Heavy gun laws only help criminals.
That is true. That is true. But I'll be looking at these other countries, though. A lot of these other countries, but then again, that's probably another reason why they might be struggling out there so bad, though. You know what I'm saying? And they probably dealing with a lot of crime as well. You know? Um, they don't have gun laws like we got. You know? They don't have guns at all in a lot of these other countries.
I'm happy about, would you be as excited then as you are now in that scenario? My guess would be probably not, because you would rightfully view this as an infringement on your rights as an American. Your Second Amendment right, where apparently even carrying a gun now is a crime punishable by death. Like, this isn't something anyone should be championing for, but because it's become such like a team-focused sport, people delude themselves into thinking that they have to support this, and thus they will abandon all of their beliefs in order to stay on this side. It's crazy to me. I truly don't even know what the solution here is, because people are just willingly, on their own accord, no longer trusting what they see and what they know to be true. They would rather just have the government tell them what to think and what's true. So that way they don't have to do any level of thought for their own. How do you fix that? I genuinely do not know. I have no idea. I don't know how you can watch this footage and multiple...
You can't, bro. The masses are always gonna be able to be controlled, man. The vast majority of people are never going to be able to think for themselves, bro. That's just the way it is. That's life. We're in a matrix, dog. That's the way it is, bro.
Angles of this situation and still come out trusting the government's word on the series of events that unfolded, when you can yourself watch the footage and prove them false. What do you do to someone that just refuses to at least try and see things clearly? I don't know, but it's fucking tragic, and it's only getting worse. It is so...
And this just goes to show, like, the people of a country, everybody can move out the country. Everybody can't do that, though. I'm saying this to say, it's nothing you can do but just hope that the government does good by the people, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you could do about it, man.
So fucking out of control. I had to yap about this. I've been actually fuming all day. So yeah, that's really about...
The people do not control this land. Your vote does not matter like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not, they don't serve the people, bro. And it will never be that way, bro. You know what I'm saying? It will never be that way, man.
Yeah.
Because this is their shit, not ours. You know? In America, everyone has the right to vote. All that shit is an illusion. It's an illusion. The people don't control anything. What the vast majority of the world wants, thinks, is not what they will get. Because we, as the people, don't control nothing. And that's why we will always be divided. Left wing, right wing, conservative, liberal, whatever the fuck you want to go by, bro. We don't control this shit. It's that simple, bro. And whatever's gonna happen, we could get bombed today, bro. At any point in time, just how y'all be seeing all this shit in the other countries, that shit could happen here. And what are we gonna do about it? We can't do nothing about it. We didn't even ask for it to happen. We didn't even get ourselves in the situation to where we got bombed as the people. We didn't do that. The dictator done it. The president done it. The government done it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we as the people just have to suffer from this shit, man. Have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? This is a matrix. This world we live in is corrupt. It will always be corrupt. You know, you could call this hell on earth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me know what y'all think though, man. We on the road to 100K, okay? If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I'll get at you on the next one, and I'm gone. See why I put it in that.